Hi, I'm Nancy Eccles, and I'm a realtor with the Corcoran Connect in Mount Dora and Lake County, actually, so we're not just Mount Dora. I worked as an executive chef for many years. I had a restaurant and catering business in Wyoming that I opened, I believe, in the 90s. I hate to say that out loud. Okay, so in the 90s I was working as an executive chef. Sold the restaurant and the catering business when my children left for college and left me in Wyoming by myself, and decided at that point that I wanted my piece of paper, so I moved to Nevada to get my education, so I'd have my piece of paper saying I was an executive chef. Did that for a long time, and it is back-breaking work. I love it, but you work every holiday. You work an unbelievable number of hours. You get calluses on your knife hand that never ever go away. And I needed a change. I needed to do something different. I moved to Florida to look after my folks, and just sat down one day and said I need to do something different. Something has to change, and it was either real estate or jump out of airplanes, and I have a fear of heights, so it was real estate one. And I'll be honest, I love looking at homes. I would go online even when I'm not searching for a home. I want to look at everybody's kitchen. I want to get ideas on how to decorate my house. So I've always really enjoyed looking at homes. I have two boys. My little one is 36, I think, and my oldest is 38. And I'm the noni to 3 grandchildren. I have a 5-year-old little boy, a 4-year-old little girl, and a 2-year-old little girl. About 10 years ago, I rescued an African gray parrot. I've never had a bird before. I had no clue what I was getting into. Did you know they live to be 50 or 60 years old? Because I did not. And let's face it, he's got a lot more life than I do left. So yeah, I have a 26-year-old African gray parrot named Houdini. He's earned his name. I occasionally get a phone call from my dad, and the message is always the same. It's, Nancy, this is your dad. Houdini's out of his cage. I've unplugged the lamp and closed the door. So you throw a phone book in the middle of the floor, it'll keep him busy for hours until I can get him back in the cage. But he's great, he's my buddy. Favorite part about real estate are the incredible friends I've made. My clients are my friends. You develop this relationship. Buying a home or selling a home is a very personal, emotional experience. And if you've just met this person or you've known this person for years, you see something that you haven't seen. If you can connect with this person that you're going to be working with, you can have a lifetime friendship. And I think that's absolutely what I love. I look back at my list of clients, and they're people that I would invite to dinner. They're people that I would, go see a movie with. So I love that about this. And you know what? I love the numbers. I love the idea that as a realtor, yes, we're helping people buy and sell homes, but we put deals together. And there's a lot of work in putting a deal together. And what your client doesn't, or your customer doesn't realize, the things that you have smoothed out before it ever hit their front door. So that's the fun part. Meeting new people, making new friends, and then that whole making the deal happen. I'm really proud of my production level. I got my license in September of 2016. And I did a whopping $30,000 that year, okay? The following year, 2017, 18, and 19, I was a multi-million-dollar producer all 3 years. And quite honestly, I didn't realize that until recently, because nobody showed me how to look at the production through the MLS until about a year ago. So I went back and I looked and I thought, wow, I was a multi-million-dollar producer my first solid year in the business. And I am still working with those people from year one. We had a transaction maybe 6 months ago from somebody from my year one. I love the idea that I'm still working with all these folks. So when showing a house, everybody has their favorite parts. Mine is absolutely the kitchen. I love to get into the kitchen with the potential new owner, because I can look at a kitchen and tell you exactly how it's going to work and what I would be cooking in there. So it's always fun when you have a client that's really into their kitchen and loves to cook, and then you can have a great time with that. I mean, if you can connect with your kitchen and you're a cook, you're gonna love the house. I'm in Lake County. I actually live in Grand Island, which is a little spot in the road that most people are not aware of, but it's fabulous because I can live in Grand Island, but I play in Mount Dora. So I get the best of both worlds. The festivals are great and the people that work downtown are great. You still get a really, quaint little town feel with Mount Dora. I still do family dinner on Sundays. As long as my dad's around, I will do family dinner on Sunday. So that means the kids coming up and my dad coming over and, hiding the bird on the porch because my dad has to bring his dog and, all that fun stuff. I golfed a few years ago. I used to golf. I'm living on a golf course and have not been out there. I could actually just walk out my backyard and get on the number 6 tee box, and I should do that and probably will this winter. Start back up. I am the chairperson for the Community Awareness Committee for the Lake and Sumter Board of Realtors. And my responsibility, or the committee's responsibility, is to educate the public on what realtors give back to the community. That's something realtors don't always get the best reputation. It's open a door, collect a check. That's not what's happening. We started a program this year called the Volunteer Spotlight, and we've been nominating a realtor every month to spotlight with our organization, showing the number of hours and the effort and the money and the passion that realtors put into their communities by volunteering. Any of you folks out there, you're interested in buying a home, you need to sell a home, give me a call. I'd be really happy to work with you. If nothing else, let's just talk and see what I can do to help you.